As you can see, my floor is old and damaged. It's old hardwood floor. It's like the 1-inch hardwood floor. Beautiful stuff. I'm currently sanding it down. I'm using a hand sander, so it is going to take a lot longer, but it doesn't have the same capacity to destroy your floor as a floor sander does if you screw up. And it's such a small run every room that I'm worried about that. So we're just going to do it room by room. I'm probably going to sand to about here and take this stuff out and get all this done. And then I'll finish in here, and then tomorrow I'll finish out here. As you can see, my floor is old and coming apart. I'm currently sanding it down. I'm using a hand sander. It takes a lot longer. So as I was sanding this down, I realized how old this hardwood floor was. We are probably getting close to the halfway mark of this hardwood floor. So I didn't want to go down all the way, and the people that owned the place before us, they obviously every time they refinished the floor, they would take the top layer off and do another dark oil-based. Basically, I had to take a lot off to get through all the dark. So what I decided to do was use a few different grits and just rough it up. Take the first layer off, take the epoxy layer off basically, and take a good deal of the stain out, but leave some. And I think in the end, I like the way it looks because it sort of reminds me of the walls I've done in the basement. This is just one coating of the floor finish, so I'm going to do at least 3 coats, probably 4. It's ready for a second coat after an hour. It's been about half an hour now, and yeah, there are places that are going to be fully clear. This room, being the mud room, also is where a lot of the boards aren't fully flush, because it's where a lot of the heave for living in Regina has been. Once I get out here, I should be able to get a lot closer down to bare wood. But I think, all in all, it's going to look interesting when it's done. Second coat. Long journey ahead. So when we started this, we realized just how many different times they resealed this with really dark coating. To the point where what we decided to do was just get the oil on the top coat. This room's done. The oil on the top coat off, and then put the Nano Defense on it. And it really, in the end, almost looks like the wood I burned downstairs. So it's kind of what we did with this too. Again, it was a rental before we bought it, and what they would do is they would strip the oil off, and then they would just put down black stain again. So it was so seeped into the wood that I didn't want to completely go all the way down to, well, as deep as I had to get it all gone. So I ended up doing the same type of thing, but I'd take some of it off. Some of it looks better than others. And yeah, we'll go from there. Well, so one thing I learned doing this is the people that owned the house before us, other than painting the floor black before putting the wax over it, they did try using a drum sander, and they left a lot of gouges in the floor. Tried to fix it as best I can, because I don't have the money to redo the entire hardwood floor yet. Where we're at with this, if I have to redo it in a few years, I can redo it in a few years. I probably have somewhere between 7 and 10 years left on this floor before it's done. So we'll play with that. I like it though. I like the imperfections that came from how it went, because now it does look like that burnt wood look that I have in the basement. So in the end, that wood will come along this wall too, but I needed the charcoal paint for another project I'm doing, and it was cheaper to do that for right now then to do the rest of the wood, I had to go buy more wood. It would be about another $70-ish in wood, which isn't a huge amount. I mean, it's only been $70 to do what I've done thus far, but I had to paint anyway, and I'm like, you know what, this will look nice until I get around to it. All right, so we're done this room. We're done the living room. We're gonna keep moving. So yeah. Now we gotta put everything back and then keep moving. So I decided that the gray floor paint going into the attic just wasn't acceptable. I'm sort of sad that they have, well, this room isn't the same, but I mean, they took maple, poplar, okay, the poplar just looks like a regular 2x4, 2x6, just regular wood. But they took the maple and they covered it with that horrible fucking floor paint. You could have used other types of floor paint. She's gonna go into her attic. But you did get off my fucking counter. Yeah, so I'm a little sad about that. And we got another one ready. No, I could have done this one as more, but I didn't. My back is just fucked from doing this floor, so I thought I'd just do the hall today and then leave. Then all I have left is the 2 kids' bedrooms and the dining room. And the dining room, when they redid this house last, a lot of it was already gone, and what they did was they just waxed over it. So the dining room isn't going to take me nearly as long to sand as some of the others. That's one of my rugs. That's just it was just there to try and keep the floor surviving until I had a chance to do this. But you're like, so that wood, when I sand that down, it's going to go almost fully to the base wood, and then the stuff that they had painted black when we're done, that's all sand. That's all fucking from the sanding everywhere else. I have a lot of cleaning to do, but I'm not going to do this room until next week. Yeah. It's really creepy when you're blind and you don't know what it is. You can just hear it hitting the thing. Yeah, sure. It's probably just a fly or a beetle or something, but she's hitting that hard.